Yeah. 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 Mystic Matt turned fives to stacks. Hurricane bets rolling like tracks. Doubters gonna hate, but the cheddar's fat. UFC nights turning pennies to racks. Spread too wide, Vegas holding the breath. Props of parlays, betting like nothing left. Pull the underdog moves like a chess grandmaster. Break the bank, they'll respect you faster. Cheddar change, mystic rearrange. Dollar bills from change, bets ain't strange. Critics might scoff, they don't know the range. Mystic Matt cashing in, pocket feels strange. $5, $10, pocket rocket. Fight night knowledge, stacking thicket. Vegas odds shaking, they can pick it. Mystic Matt, every win a ticket. Cash coming in, steady river flow. Count it out, often doubters laying low. Parlay stacked, high pro, gamma show. Mystic's foresight, bets overflow. Cheddar change, mystic rearrange. Dollar bills from change, bets ain't strange. Critics might scoff, they don't know the range. Mystic Matt cashing in, pocket feels strange.
And what's going on, y'all? Welcome to Change to Cheddar, my Friday post-weigh-in betting show for every UFC fight that we have, baby. I usually do this a little bit later, usually 10 p.m., but tonight me and my fiance have plans to go out and do some things, so I'm here a little bit early. The weigh-ins just now ended maybe 20 minutes ago, but I watched the official weigh-ins this morning, and I watched the ceremonial weigh-ins and face-offs this afternoon that just now ended. I usually have screenshots ready for you guys to, pull up and do all that, but I didn't have time to do all that, and I do not have time to do it. So I do apologize for this week. Not really like it normally is, but I'm still going to run down the card. I'm going to give you my picks and predictions for every single fight on the card. And, just as I'm sorry this week, instead of 3 parlays, I have 4 parlays cooked up for you guys. One is my confidence parlay that I do expect to happen. I think it's a 4 or 5 leg. I'm not sure. I have 2 $5 parlays that, are just kind of long shots with my expectations for what I expect to happen on the card. And, just as one kind of in case I'm wrong, I have a 3 leg that I could see hitting in case I am wrong, what I could see happening in that case. But with that being said, I do appreciate you guys for stopping by here and hanging out with me this afternoon or tonight, whichever one you watch this. If you don't mind, hit that thumbs up button for your boy, and we'll get into it. So first fight of the night is going to be Jamie Lynn Horth taking on Jessica Little Monster Demopoulos. Odds for this fight Vanessa Little Monster Demopoulos. I said Jessica. I don't know why I said Jessica. Anyway, over under here is 2.5. The over 2.5 is -375. The under 2.5 is +270. Jamie Lynn Horth is much bigger. Like Vanessa Demopoulos fights down at 115. So taking this fight on short notice. So she should be a lot smaller, but she's a small 115-pounder. Jamie Lynn Horth is a big girl for 125. So at the face-offs, it really showed. So how I truly expect this fight to go is just Jamie Lynn Horth to just control Vanessa all 3 rounds. Jamie Lynn Horth winning this fight via decision. Next fight is Phil Rowe taking on Ange Loosa. Phil Rowe, once again, is going to be the much taller guy here, like more than I personally expected. Ange Loosa looks real short, so Phil Rowe going to be real long. Ange Loosa is kind of like the more jacked guy, but to be honest, I don't think Ange Loosa has beaten anyone that's truly UFC level competition, and Phil Rowe has been in the UFC for a while now. So once again, I'm going to take the longer, taller fighter, but in this case, give me Phil Rowe to just, stay on that jab, stuff the takedowns, and if he does get taken down, sweep and end up on top, because Phil Rowe is a black belt. So give me Phil Rowe to win this fight via decision. Odds for the fight, though, are +124. Phil Rowe is the underdog, and Ange Loosa is -148, the favorite. Over under here is 2.5. The over 2.5 is -238. The under 2.5 is plus 180. Up next, we have Ricky Simone taking on Cameron Smotherman. This is one where I really don't think Cameron Smotherman is UFC level yet. He could use a few more fights before he got here. On the other end, Ricky Simone is UFC level, and he just snoozed a prospect in Javid Basharat. So Ricky Simone's kind of on this little run here. Not fantastic. I believe he just won one fight in a row. Or yeah, but this will be two in a row because I am picking Ricky Simone to win this fight. Both fighters size up rather well. Cameron Smotherman actually looked a little bit soft, in my opinion, on the scale. He is taking this fight on short notice. So keep that in mind that Ricky Simone's going to be ready for this fight going all 3 rounds. So with that being said, give me Ricky Simone to win this fight once again via decision. Up next, we have Cody Durden taking on Jose Ochoa. Cody Durden, the hometown guy here, is the underdog at, I'm sure I didn't give you the guys' odds. I didn't give you guys odds for Ricky Simone, Cameron Smotherman, which is Ricky Simone minus 440, Cameron Smotherman plus 340. We got Montana Chi popping in. What's going on, brother? How you doing? I'm in here a little bit early. I really didn't expect anyone to pop in here. So up next, Cody Durden, Jose Ochoa. Once again, I am on the dog here. The hometown guy in Cody Durden plus 154. Jose Ochoa is minus 185. Over under here is 2.5. The over 2.5 is minus 130. The under 2.5 is plus 100. Yeah, I'm on Cody Durden here for multiple reasons. I like his wrestling a lot more as where Jose Ochoa, where he trains with shoot to box Diego Lima. He will go forward, but if he gets taken down, he will play off his back just a little bit. So I truly expect Cody Durden to have the better wrestling here, just to wrestle Jose Ochoa all 3 rounds. But on the other end, and you'll see this in the parlay, the very last one at the end, just in case I'm wrong, I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw a knockout from Jose Ochoa because he does throw heat, and when Cody Durden does lose, he usually loses by knockout, just by getting clipped. So that one could go either way. Just know I'm not the most confident in the world on the dog, but I am picking Cody Durden to win this fight via decision. Up next is probably, what a lot of you guys are waiting for, because Malcolm Wellmaker is kind of like the star of this card. He's a huge favorite. Currently minus 2,100. He is a huge favorite, as where Chris Moutinho is plus 1,100. Chris Moutinho probably looked the worst on the scale out of everyone, and everyone made weight, but Mansour Abdul Malik had to use the box, missed weight, and then had to weigh in again and still made it. But Chris Moutinho probably looked the worst out of anyone on the entire card. So I'm going to keep this short. I'm going Malcolm Wellmaker, round 1 knockout. Not much more to say there. Chris Moutinho just gets hit way too much, and Malcolm Wellmaker has way too much power to just be absorbent for entire 5 minutes. So Malcolm Wellmaker, round 1 knockout for me. Up next is Michael the Maverick Chiesa taking on Court McGee. Odds for this fight are Michael Chiesa minus 355, Court McGee plus 280. The dog over under is 2.5. The over 2.5 minus 145. The under 2.5 is plus 114. Yeah, once again, Michael Chiesa going to be the taller guy here, the longer guy. Although Court McGee will have more muscle on him, he's just old at this point, and I know Court McGee never been subbed, and I truly don't think Michael Chiesa subs Court McGee either. Truly how I see this fight going is most likely Michael Chiesa just controlling Court McGee all 3 rounds and winning this fight via decision. But I do have a taste, just a taste, at Michael Chiesa round 2, round 3 knockout, because when Court McGee loses, it's typically by knockout, and I can see Michael Chiesa, maybe getting on top, throwing down some ground and pound. So don't count out that Michael Chiesa knockout there. Up next, we got Paul Craig taking on Rodolfo Bellato. Rodolfo Bellato is minus 410, the favorite. Paul Craig is plus 320, the underdog. Over-under is 1.5. The over 1.5 minus 125. Under 1.5 is minus 105. Yeah, battle of face paints, if you will. They were both had, their faces painted really in each other's face. And how does Paul Craig win this fight? I just don't see how, if I'm going to be completely honest. He's just outgunned. He's not the bigger guy here. Rodolfo Bellato, also a black belt. I truly see Rodolfo Bellato just knocking Paul Craig out in the first round, and that's that. Up next, we got Alonzo Menifield taking on Umar C. We got Alonzo Menifield plus 490, the underdog. Umar C is minus 675, the favorite. Over under is 1.5. The over 1.5 is minus 160. The under 1.5 plus 124. Yeah, this one I don't want to say I have it in a whole lot of bets like this weekend, just because Umar C is just a huge favorite and probably wins via decision, but that's what, like minus 200. So, or actually, let me be specific. Umar C to win via decision is actually plus 225. But he could win via submission. So it's not really enough. I can't be out here advising you guys to, bet via decision or submission either way. And then him, money line minus 675. What are you going to do with that? So for me, it's a Umar C 3 or decision. That's my best play for this fight, I guess, if you will. But once again, I wouldn't count out that sub round 2, round 3 prop that you can get on FanDuel. But I'm going Umar C. Let's just go, to be specific, let's go round 3 submission. Up next, we got Mansur Abdul Malik taking on Cody Brundage. Mansur Abdul Malik minus 800. Cody Brundage is plus 550. Over unders 1.5 here. The over 1.5 plus 150. The under 1.5 is minus 195. Yeah, for me, it's round 1 knockout for Mansur Abdul Malik. Cody Brundage is just a bad fighter. He's going to come out there, swing, gun it out, but at the end of the day, his chin's bad and he's going to get knocked out. So I suspect Mansur Abdul Malik knocks him out in round number 1. Up next, we have Cody No Love Garbrandt taking on Hayani Barcelos. Cody Garbrandt plus 180, the underdog. Hani Barcelos the favorite at minus 218. Over under is 2.5 here. The over 2.5 is minus 125. The under 2.5 is minus 105. Yeah. I see a lot of people picking Cody Garbrandt this week, and if I didn't see the Davidson Figueroa fight, maybe, but Figgy just wrestled him like no other, got the back, choked him. I don't think Hani Barcelos, chokes him or anything like that, but he was on the Brazilian national team for wrestling, and Cody Garbrandt's takedown defense clearly isn't that good, So with that being said, I'm going Hani Barcelos to, take down Cody Garbrandt all 3 rounds and win this fight via decision. But, either way, I do think this fight probably goes to decision. I don't think either guy finishes the other one. But if one was to finish one, it would be probably Cody Garbrandt knocking out Hani Barcelos. Keep that in mind. Up next, we got Edmund Shabazian taking on Andre Petrovsky. Edmund Shabazian minus 148. Your favorite, Andre Petrovsky, is plus 124. Your underdog. Over under is 1.5 here. The over is minus 145. The under is plus 114. Yeah, for me here, it's Edmund Shabazian round 1 knockout. He's the taller, longer guy, but once again, Andre Petrovsky is going to be your more bricked up, muscled guy. But Edmund Shabazian comes out, throws heat in the first round, and doesn't really have much past then. Maybe a minute into the second. So 6 minutes into the fight, if Andre Petrovsky is the dog, live bet Andre Petrovsky, because he's probably going to win that fight. This is also one at the end where I could see it going the other way. If it gets out of that first round, all bets on Edmund Shabazian are off. He's about to lose that fight. So with that being said, I have a round 2, round 3 sub prop bet for Andre Petrovsky parlayed up, and I'll show you that at the end of the show as well. Co-main event of the evening is Thug Rose Namajunas taking on Miranda Fear the Maverick. Miranda Maverick is plus 190, the dog. Rose Namajunas is minus 230, the favorite. Over under is 2.5. The over 2.5 is minus 540. The under 2.5 plus 360. Yeah, this fight's going to decision. It's only 3 rounds. One thing I did notice at the face-off, I guess Miranda Maverick looked to be like she was friendly, like, "Hey, how you been?" Because they have trained together quite a bit in the past. Ezra Rose was not having it. She still gave the hug, but she was not looking friendly at all. So keep that in mind. Maybe Miranda Maverick coming into this fight thinking it's going to be easy, kind of like a sparring match, but they just trained together. They'd never actually fought. So I'm on Thug Rose to win this fight. I like her to win this fight via decision, but maybe just to be safe, put 3 or decision in there. Just saying, because the odds probably aren't going to be that much different. So for me, it's Rose Namajunas via decision. Main event of the evening is the Nigerian Nightmare Kamaru Usman taking on Joaquin Numansa Buckley. Odds for the fight plus 215 for Kamaru Usman, which is wild, and Joaquin Buckley is minus 265, the favorite. Over under here is 4.5. The over 4.5 is minus 115. The under 4.5 minus 115. Yeah. Also, how crazy was it seeing Francis Ngannou up there on the stage when he came in with Kamaru Usman? It's odd that Dana White wasn't there today because I would be interested to see how that interaction went, but he wasn't there. With that being said, Kamaru Usman is. Oh, I already said. My pick for this fight is Joaquin Buckley to win this fight, probably like 3rd round knockout. But Usman was in good shape. He looked good on the scale this morning. He's clearly the bigger guy. If we can see even maybe like 80% of the Usman that fought Hamzat, Usman's got a hell of a chance to win this fight. So, Usman via decision isn't the worst bet in the world, and you guys will see that in just a second. I do have that parlayed up. So, that's all my picks for every fight on the card. If you missed them, I'll go through them one more time. First fight of the night, I'm picking Jamie Lynn Horth via decision. Next fight is I'm picking Phil Rowe via decision. Next fight, Ricky Simone via decision. Next fight, Cody Durden via decision. Next fight, Malcolm Wellmaker via round 1 knockout. Next fight is Michael Chiesa via decision. Next fight is Rodolfo Bellato via first round knockout. The next one is Umar Sy via 3rd round submission. Next one is Mansour Abdul Malik via round 1 knockout. Next one is Hani Barcelos via decision. Next one, Edmund Shabazian, round 1 knockout. Next one, Thug Rose Namajunas via decision. And next one, Joaquin Buckley via 3rd round knockout. So that's all my picks for every fight on the card. Let's get into the parlays. We're going to start off with my confidence parlay, $10, and then we got 3 $5 parlays. So let's get into it. If you guys haven't already, do your boy a favor, hit that thumbs up. So the confidence parlay this week is $10 at a plus 1175, 4 legs, and it goes like this: Malcolm Wellmaker by knockout in round 1 or 2, Rodolfo Bellato by knockout in round 1 or 2, Mansour Abdul Malik by knockout in round 1 or 2, and Edmund Shabazian by knockout in round 1 or 2. 10 bucks on that when they all hit, because I truly expect them to. Returns $127.59. So that's parlay number 1, the confidence parlay. So moving on to some, that are getting a little bit more risky. But the reason I'm sharing them with you is because I bet them, and I would like to share some winning parlays with you, like we did last week. We hit the confidence parlay last week. Cha-ching, baby. Let's do it again this week and cash 2 of them in a row. So with that being said, our next one is $5 to win $427 on this 6-leg parlay. It's all, fighters to win 3 or decision at plus 84.49, and it goes like this: Jamie Lynn Horth to win in round 3 or decision, Cody Durden to win in round 3 or by decision, Michael Chiesa to win in round 3 or by decision, Umar Sy to win in round 3 or by decision, Hani Barcelos in round 3 or by decision, or Thug Rose Namajunas in round 3 or by decision. If those all hit, $5 returns $427.47. And our big daddy this week is this one right here: 3-leg parlay. $5 to win like 2,500 basically. And it goes like this: Phil Rowe to win via points, Michael Chiesa to win by knockout in round 2 or 3. That's what I was saying. Watch out for Court McGee getting knocked out. And Umar Sy to win by submission in round 2 or 3. I did pick Umar Sy to win that fight via third round submission. So that's the last one that I guess I suspect to happen. This next one is if I'm wrong, these should be the ones that I'm wrong on. So our last one, kind of the opposite of, what I picked to happen, but I could see it happening. It's a 3-leg parlay, plus 63,275. We got $5 to win $3,168. 3-leg parlay, and it goes like this: Jose Ochoa to win by knockout in round 2 or 3. Andrei Petrovsky to win by submission in round 2 or 3, and Kamaru Usman to win via points. So if you don't like my picks, maybe you like some of those picks this week. So instead of the 3 parlays, I got 4 to share with you. And, 3 of the ones are what I truly expect to happen. That 4th one is just in case I'm wrong. Hopefully, those are the ones that I'm wrong on, and it goes like that. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all for stopping by here, hanging out with me, Matt, over here on the Golden Octagon for a change to cheddar, my Friday post-weigh-in betting show. Once again, I usually do this a little bit later, but me and the fiance got some plans tonight, so couldn't really do that. And, I would try to do it on Friday, because if I do it on Saturday, maybe you guys don't have time to get your bets in and all that. So went ahead and knocked it out. Sorry I didn't have the weigh-in photos for that for y'all like I always do, but I apologize. With that being said, my name is Matt. This is the Golden Octagon, and this show was Change of Cheddar. I truly appreciate you guys for stopping by here. Drop your best bet down there in the comment section. Maybe you can help me. Maybe I might make the bet, or maybe you might be able to help someone else down there in the comments as well. But please remember, don't be betting more than you can afford to lose, because at the end of the day, it's a fist fight and anything can happen. So I appreciate you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys Wednesday for the podcast. Peace.